The tall tale you're about to hear can only be described as chaotic, and we're thrilled to have been joined by the Gals of Gals and Goblins to help us bring it to life. Gals and Goblins leans into the rule of cool to emphasize the fun and laughter that comes from unhinged decisions and roleplay that's rich in flavor. And speaking of flavor, whether your taste buds crave whimsical adventure, sultry stories, or torturously high-stakes tales, Gals and Goblins has a variety of campaigns and miniseries for you to gobble up. As Gals and Goblins listeners ourselves, we're always thrilled to sing the praises of Lilly and her laser-sharp wit, Campbell's unquenchable thirst for laughs, or Olivia's meticulous mastery of the game as they bring their stories to life. There's lots to celebrate in the Gals and Goblins universe, and we're honored to exist in their orbit as they launch live shows, fresh campaigns, and explore new stories on a regular basis. Check them out wherever you get your podcasts or at galsandgoblins.com to learn more. But for now, sit tight, buckle up, and keep your hands inside the vehicle for the wild ride that is a Cryptid Crimes Caper, featuring the Gals of Gals and Goblins.
Oh, welcome to DiceSized. This is a D&D audio adventure podcast where we tell bite-sized dice roll twice told stories. And welcome to a very special episode, a Cryptid Crime Caper. Today, our players will play as their cryptid of choice on a heist-style adventure of the Bigfoot Center in Boring, Oregon. But before we get to those juicy details, let's get to those intros. This is me, your DM and friend, Rob Whitehead. And with me, as always, is my lovely table of friends and family here. We, of course, have my brother, George.
Hey, it's G, playing the Hodag. It's just right out of Rhinelander, Wisconsin, so it's right close to my home.
Oh, yes, close to our heart. If you didn't know, we are Wisconsin-based and bound. Is that just
That's
like
just my voice. I'm just pulling out of my childhood and my youth there.
Yeah, okay. You'll have a chance to tell us all about why that voice in a moment. But before we get to that, let's get to my good friend, Maya.
Hey, it's Maya. You can call me Maya. I will be playing Mothman out of Pleasant View, West Virginia. Let's hear it. No? Okay, it's okay. West Virginia. And yeah, excited.
Mama.
Take me home. Okay. Yeah, very excited to play and have new friends, and yay, excited to get into it.
Super excited to have a creature of ill omen at my table. Loving that about
He's
this.
He's just trying to help.
Okay. Again, you can tell me about that voice choice in a moment here. But before we get there, we have, of course, my lovely wife, Savannah.
Sav here. Today I'll be playing one of my favorite cryptids ever, the Chupacabra, but you can actually call me Chupi.
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 That's such a vocal
He's
stem.
from Puerto Rico, so what do you have to say about it?
I don't know.
I'll send back money after you. Right.
Yeah. Puerto Rico. And with that surprise, we're not done yet. Like I said, today is a very special episode. For today, we have joining us none other than the Gals of Gals and Goblins. We like to say chaotic good job over here at DiceSized. And let me tell you, the G&G team does a fantastically chaotic good job to bring their stories to life. Having joined the Rusty Quill podcast network in late 2025, you know they've got some of the best audio adventures out there. From their main campaign of adventuring through Frogmont as student adventurers to their recent Blades in the Dark miniseries and so much more in between. First up, you may have heard her as Beans, a cat boy with sticky hands, or as Moth, a mastermind of criminal manipulation and seduction. We have the effervescent Olivia Rose-McCain.
Oh, that's me, effervescent Olivia. And today I'll be playing the most known cryptid out there, the Bunyip. I'll be the Bunyip from southeastern Australia, an Aboriginal cryptid who goes in the swamps, billabongs, creeks, riverbeds, and water holes.
Oh, wow. Love a billabong, right? Like, when it's not on a t-shirt at a PacSun, I love a billabong.
Hot topic time.
Before we get to the setting, and it's not in a billabong, we got to get to next up. You may know her as Sawyer, an overly positive athletic prodigy, or as Jade, a double agent with dual identities. We have the lovely Lilly Percifield.
Hello, I'm Lily, and I'm playing
I'm the Yeti. Hi guys.
Oh, you're so shy.
Why am I obsessed with it? Oh,
I'm loving all of these voice choices. Another voice who I love and have heard hours of, and lastly, but certainly not least, she plays Esta of House Ruidon. Just love the way you say it. A legacy student with something to prove, and also Tex, a one-woman demolition crew with a bionic arm. We have the delightful Campbell Duffy.
Hi guys, I'm Campbell. I'll be playing your best friend, the Jersey Devil.
Oh my God, this is going places.
Are
folks.
you ready, Rob?
I think so.
are you sweating?
One of the biggest staples I've ever had to deal with, but it's
Deal
not.
with?
Excuse me, you're right. I'm swallowing that immediately.
Whoa.
Also, my moment. Is there a time that you guys want to break? I typically check in at the hour. Just want to make sure.
That works for us.
I'm wearing a diaper, so let's go.
Amazing.
Oh, diaper. I should have skipped the catheter. Oh, man.
Oh, you went with a catheter?
Catheter's crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's called being committed to your crime.
That's
I'm
a
just not
passion
gonna pee.
project.
I'm catheter committed.
yeah.
That's how committed.
Oh God.
Roll for catheter.
A catheter too.
Speaking of how committed you guys are, just so that we can all be safe, safety tools wise, if at any point you feel uncomfortable, put a big X up on your camera and put it in the chat if I don't stop everything immediately to talk about what's up and what's going on and why. But we got to talk about the game that we're playing, which is a Cryptid Crimes Caper. We are going to be using the Roll for Shoes system. We've used it before on the show, but if you haven't heard about it or this is your first time tuning in, let me tell you about it. Usually everyone starts with just one skill, do anything one. Our players today will instead be starting with a few skills already due to their legendary cryptid natures. If you want to try to accomplish something, you'll roll a number of 6-sided dice equal to your skill level. If the sum of your roll is higher than the DC, or in some cases an opposing roll, then you succeed in doing what you wanted to do. If you roll all 6s, you also gain a new skill specific to what you just did, one level higher than the skill you used to do it. On the other hand, if you fail a check and miss the DC threshold, you gain 1 XP. Your XP can be cashed in to add pips, 1 XP per pip, to your dice to increase a die to a 6 for advancement purposes only. For example, if a 4 and a 5 are rolled, 3 XP can be used to increase the dice value to learn a new skill. Roll all 6s and advance your skills, fail a check, and you'll gain XP. Make sense so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice. Call and response. We love it.
Woo!
I have also made a couple of additions to our rules tonight. As noted before, players will start with skills specific to their cryptids. Everyone will start with a cryptid skill 2, based on their name, as well as a couple of what I imagine they leveled up skills throughout their time. Next up, we also have the help rule that courtesy of Erica Ishii from Worlds Beyond Number. If you have a skill that... Woo! Shout out. Love them. If you have a skill that can help another player succeed in whatever they're attempting to do, they can help to add +1 as a flat bonus to their roll. Only 1 help per roll attempt is allowed. And lastly, as an addition, is an inspiration flashback rule that I pulled from inspiration from Eat the Right by Grant Howitt. If our cryptid characters fail, each of them have 1 use of a inspiration flashback where they can instead re-roll with an additional D6 after we play through a little bit of a flashback with their other cryptid companions and comrades. That's the rules. Players, any questions?
Are we starting with any XP, Rob?
Oh, yes, that is a very good point. You guys will be starting with 2 XP apiece. Again, to kind of give your guys, your cryptid characters, the weight that they carry in this world.
Oh, it's so nice of you to toss something forward for me. I'm sorry. I'm already.
It's just so funny to have a show join from. You guys are in Austin, Texas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
They got thoughts about Wisconsin, and you're just making.
We're just gonna confirm them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
You're making a lot of them wrong.
all the Wisconsin stereotypes. Yep.
All right, with that, I think it is a good time to tell you guys a little bit about our setting and a little bit about why our cryptids have gathered here today. Well, Willow Creek, California makes the claim of Bigfoot capital of the world. It's Boring, Oregon, that's home to the Bigfoot Center, which is where our story will begin. Now, our fantasy version of Boring has become a classic millennial yuppie rush town with a focus on cryptids. Due to that, the Bigfoot Center has been expanded. What was originally a quaint 2-floor log cabin is now a squat, sprawling museum with wings of rooms that were built as add-ons to the original structure. Our adventure will begin in the midst of a heist of the Bigfoot Center. We'll intro our cryptid characters as they attempt to steal something of crucial plot importance from the Bigfoot Center. When is this taking place? The year is 1999. Y2K, The Matrix, Britney Spears, VHS, Blink-182, Eminem, Blockbuster Video, Yahoo, Super Smash Bros., Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, General Fear of the Future, cargo pants, chain wallets, frosted tips, tiny sunglasses, windbreakers, Janko pants. Now you have the vibe captured. This was 1999, and if you weren't there, I'm sure you'll feel like you were along our adventure. But why, like I said, are our cryptids together? Bigfoot has disappeared. Every 10 years, Bigfoot invites his closest crew of cryptid companions for a reunion, the Big Five. The bad news is that the last time you saw Bigfoot was in 1988. 11 years have passed since then, and the Big Five have not received a message from Bigfoot this year. In fact, no cryptids have heard from Bigfoot during this time. I know you're all shocked.
He owes me money.
And especially you Yeti and Chupacabra and Mothman as members of the Big Five. This was noted, and a very stark difference in the amount of times that he had contacted you. For as elected leader of all cryptids, Bigfoot carries the talking stick, a legendary relic of Cryptidkind. When held by a cryptid, it allows the wielder to talk to any cryptid around the world. The talking stick was created during the legendary Cryptid Convention of 1788 and subsequently renewed in power every 100 years at the legendary Cryptid Conventions of 1788, 1888, and 1988. The last you saw of him. The convention of 1788 was spurred on by the discovery and colonization of the New World. Many undiscovered species who wished to remain undiscovered had already escaped to the New World to live in peace. It was decided that a leader was needed, and Bigfoot was chosen. In that moment, the talking stick manifested from pure trust among Cryptidkind. This allowed Bigfoot to communicate with all of Cryptidkind through the talking stick. Though it was a strong symbol, it wasn't actually used to speak to all of Cryptidkind for nearly 100 years. In 1888, the first video recording was produced by Lilly Percifield, who filmed the 2-second round hay garden scene. This invention spurred another meeting to be called, and Bigfoot warned his people that the world was about to change. The next 100 years came, and the majority of Cryptidkind stayed hidden, mainly due to Bigfoot's leadership. In the 1980s, the first camcorder was released for common consumer use. This once more spurred a meeting of Cryptidkind in 1988. This convention was more somber. Bigfoot's worry was palpable. He spoke of technology and his fear that discovery was inevitable unless they found a way to adapt. The year is now 1999. It's been years since any cryptid last heard from Bigfoot, and he missed his 10-year reunion with the Big Five. And guess who just announced a brand new, never before seen Bigfoot artifact that will, quote, prove the existence of cryptids once and for all? The Bigfoot Center in boring old Oregon. No. Dun, 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 dun. As members of the Big Five, Mothman, Yeti, and Chupacabra, you are all likely to have noticed. Where do you think you were when you realized that Bigfoot was missing? And also feel free to take a moment to describe your cryptid character as well as you describe where we find them. I'll leave it to anyone unless you want to roll for it.
I mean, rolling for it's always fun.
Rolling for it's always fun. Okay. Do you guys have some D6s by your side?
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. Let's see it then. That is Mothman, Chupacabra, and Yeti. Please give me a D6 roll.
It's a nat 1 for Chupacabra.
That's a 6 for Mothman.
Okay, something saying.
Ooh, I got a 4.
That means I have to know what I'm going to say.
Yeah, that means you gotta know. You gotta
Shit.
Well, the first question is, Mothman, where do we find you and how do you appear? And feel free to tell us any lore that you want to drop on us. Bring us into your visualization of the Mothman.
Yeah, Mothman. Mothy boy. He's 6 to 9 feet tall. Depends who's asking. About 10 feet wingspan. No big deal. Red glowing eyes. Not to be mistaken with a big bird. Yeah, so man, it took me like the better part of a year to get the name Mothman to stick. The residents of Pleasant View, West Virginia are tricky to wrangle.
What?
Yeah, I kept saying it into their brains, and they were just like, "Big bird," and I was like, "No, Mothman. Like, do you see the wings and the eyes?"
Somebody can't guess your costume.
Yeah. It's like, come on, don't you get it? Don't you get it? Just carry a lamp around with him all the time. After the Silver Bridge collapse of '67, I stopped trying to warn them. They kept blaming me. Imagine that. So then, I went into hiding and I took up a quiet life, one that involves gambling, listening to my alien scanner, and trying nightly to fly all the way to the big bulb in the sky. I'll catch it one day.
Okay, yeah. Awesome.
So I think you'd find Mothman.
Big bulb in the sky.
Big bulb in the sky. Heard it called the moon, but that's no fun.
No, not at all.
No. It turns on and off every night. You're not telling me that's a bulb, dog. Like, come on. I think you'd find Mothman sitting in his penthouse nest. It's kind of made of sticks and twigs and stuff, like one of those big eagle nests, but it's high up in the tree, so I have the best view in the forest. Big open canopy, I get the daylight, the moonlight. It's great. Yeah, and I think you just find Mothman listening to his alien scanner. He's just hoping that...
You say alien scanner. Can you expand upon that?
Yeah, sure, definitely. After I went into hiding, the rumors started, and people were saying I was an alien or sent from God or So I got a little curious. I was like, well, if they think I'm from aliens, do aliens exist? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I made myself an alien scanner.
Okay, so we're gonna step right on past that.
It's just like a can and a string that's attached to the highest point that Mothman can fly to, or probably
It's a windsock.
Yeah, it's a windsock. And he just listens to it, and he's like, "Oh, nothing on the channel tonight."
Amazing, but taking to the skies, you have the land around you, and I think hold that vision in your mind for just a moment as we cut next to the Yeti. Where do you find yourself, Yeti, and how do you appear in the moments of our story as we start here?
You see the Yeti covered in scarlet blood as it drags an elk corpse through the snow, leaving a jagged trail of crimson behind it. And the Yeti pulls it into the entrance of a gaping maw of a glowing, icy, glacier blue cave. And it kind of knocks on the side, and the Yeti goes, "Oh, sorry, buddy," and then continues to drag his dinner into the den, and then we'll sort of fade to black on the eating of it because it's gonna get really gross, but we'll fade back up, to white. And you see the Yeti just with a a flat screen and a lazy boy setup, flipping through channels and checking I think each cryptid. Tell me if this is against what you've kind of conceived as a DM, but I think each cryptid sort of has their own receiver for the
totally
for the talking stick.
So cool, absolutely. I think that there is a touch of cryptid magic that isn't on the level of what you would say magic, but it's how is it Yeti have a TV? And it's just he just does. That level of logic is perfect. Perfect.
So the Yeti also kind of has this it's like an icicle that's been carved into the pink Motorola.
Yes.
And every 5 seconds, way too often, Yeti kind of looks down and checks to see if there are any messages, and there aren't, and he's kind of it's fine, he's probably just busy, and tries to push the phone to the other side of the lazy boy, but inevitably he goes back and checks it again just to make sure he didn't miss any messages from Bigfoot.
Oh, jeez.
What a simp.
This guy.
And yeah, that's what a typical night would look like. I think we can zoom back out of the maw of the cave, and I'll pass the camera back to you.
I love it. Hold. I love catching you guys during Blades in the Dark, and all. Just like I can see that you guys have been describing a lot of brutality in your recent campaigns, and I'm so here for it.
The anime fade to black and fade back up while you're just chilling is so good.
Yes.
Lily loves to describe the camera. You see the statues?
I love the fingers. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They always make fun of me because I always get my fingers up. And I need that.
scene.
I need that to set the
You
scene.
took me there, Lily.
I was transported.
Thank you.
But please hold in that mind's eye, Yeti in front of this TV, looking for this call, as well as holding in your mind's eye Mothman with your tin can that vibrates.
It's also my receiver.
Yes, also your
And
receiver.
I think it's the receiver, and like Bigfoot did it that way to like make me believe that my alien scanner actually works.
Oh, that's
I don't know that. I believe that it works.
yes. And as Bigfoot always says, you just have to believe.
Yeah.
You just have to believe, and it will.
I love that guy.
Again, holding that in your mind's eye, we take the mental camera and find ourselves hovering above the sky of where the Chupacabra lay. Where do we zoom in through the clouds over pastures, Puerto Rican pastures? Where are you?
Well, what time of year is it?
You know what? I love Oregon in the fall. It's the fall.
Okay, well, that's perfect. So Chupi summers in the Dakotas. Who would have thought? They have great goats in the Dakotas.
Fine wine.
Good to know. Good to know.
Great goats in the Dakotas. I don't know anyone who's ever been to North or South Dakota, but there's goats there. I can feel it. Chupi had like his 15 minutes of fame back in Puerto Rico in 1995, but once the farmers sort of caught on to my antics and sent their mobs after me, I've been a little jumpy, so forgive me. I felt like just something wasn't right with Bigfoot almost right away. You could call it paranoia, but I choose not to. Any chance anyone has a goat around here? The radioactive mosquito that bit me must have had just like an affinity for goat blood because
Wait, I gotta. Is that official lore?
It is
No.
now.
It is now.
It's Sav's official lore. There are lots of theories about the Chupacabra. For some background, I have decided that it was a coyote bit, much like Spider-Man, by a radioactive mosquito.
Yeah.
Coyote Spider-Man. Yeah.
Right on
Call
board.
it, you know, not a military experiment, not a coyote with mange. No, it was that mosquito. Anyway, yeah, the Dakotas, that's where I've been over the summer. So now I think maybe the last time I saw Bigfoot was up near Boring, so I'm making my way back up. Where are the Dakotas? I'm making my way back up.
I think you're heading mostly westward, bro.
Yeah, just go west.
Chupi's not too good on the
Northwest.
directions.
Yeah,
There.
no,
Just
North
with
might
my
wanna
goats
be-
the whole way there. You
Yeah,
just
I kind of just follow the goats wherever. But I must say, don't get it twisted. I don't eat the goats. I'm a vegetarian.
What?
I only drink the blood. I only drink the blood. I suck them dry. I do leave them dead, but I don't eat them. And so therefore, vegetarian.
Awesome. So
Much like
Yes.
honey, milk. These are animal products. What is what is blood but an animal product?
Yes.
It is a shame that they do expire in the process.
Tis a shame.
But I didn't eat them.
That's some Yeti sorry buddy energy.
You're supposed to know that drinking all their blood would kill them.
That's not my fault. It's simply not my business.
Well, I love the spin that we're putting on that. Is there any way that Chupi might receive a message?
Yeah, Chupi keeps like a little Apple AirTag moment around his collar. He's given himself a collar to sort of blend in like a neighborhood dog. So the pitchforks don't come out again like Chupacabra, Chupacabra. No, just a dog, nothing to see here.
I think it's so funny. Isn't there some art of the Chupacabra that looks like a lizard though?
You
like,
could find art of a Chupacabra looking like a dog, a lizard, an alien. Like,
Okay, yeah.
It is so interestingly perceived.
Cool. With that in mind and the flexibility, remember that these cryptids are anything our players want them to be, mixed with the slight inspiration from Wikipedia. In this moment, as we have Mothman high in the sky holding a tin can, vibrating with high altitude winds and hopelessness, as well as Yeti, ignorant and blissful in some aspects, but so wandering and woeful in others, looking upon a phone that needs to ring. And last, of course, Chupi, your Apple AirTag. You look down upon it, and though you don't need an owner, it'd be nice to have man's best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Bigfoot was Chupacabra's best friend.
He can throw the tennis ball really far.
He can.
I miss that guy.
And in this moment, you all feel a phantom message born from this cryptid magic. As if the camera pans to each of you, all of you feel that spark of spidey sense in your brains, realizing that something is amiss. Is there anything that you guys want to add on top of this as Mothman, Yeti, and Chupacabra all kind of like, for like a half of a second, I think you almost even hear one another's thoughts in the same worries. Each of you hear in tandem your own thoughts, but as well as your friends' concerns.
It's been too long, right, guys? It's been too long.
Oh, Chupi, are you in my head right now, dude? All right, yeah. Have you heard from Bigfoot?
No, it's been too long.
What about you, Yeti? You're like tight with him and stuff.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything, but you guys haven't either?
Yeah, this morning I started getting like a bad vibe. I think something bad is happening. So, do you mind if I go do my like moth sign in the sky, maybe gather some of the other cryptids?
You should.
I imagine he like, what time of day is it?
Wherever you are, I'm nearing dusk to that perfect time where the backlight of whatever symbol you make was just a sunset.
Yeah, Mothman just like flies up and like gets in front of whatever the light in the sky is and does a bat sign, but it's his moth sign.
You see in the headlines the next day, eclipse, unprepared, wildlife panics, birds migrate south.
I'm just trying to help. Just gather my people.
This is a notable group call. I would say that maybe every once in a while you guys get some like cryptid magic going and you're able to have a few seconds of a chat with another cryptid. But the talking stick is special and these are replicas. But in this moment, I think you gather other cryptids. You want to give me a Mothman roll for this?
Yeah.
Cool.
I will. Mothman 2.
Awesome.
Early roll. I love it.
I'm going to say DC 6 to gather all cryptids that we have here at the table.
That's a 7.
Oh, nice. Okay, so we cut to our other 3 characters who somehow, wherever you are, you see Mothman's symbol. Yeti and Chupacabra, you both look up to the sky and see it, it's almost like ethereal patterned on your retina as you just look towards that direction. We rolled for the first 3. Let's roll for the next. Jersey Devil, Hodag, and Bunyip, please give me a roll on a D6.
3.
1.
4.
Amazing. That is going to the Hodag. Are we diving into Rhinelander, Wisconsin?
Yeah, take you back to my part of town. Eugene is the best taxidermist. I actually started out as just a built thing. I was, some people say they were born in the Midwest. I was built in the Midwest. He's the best taxidermist out there. Gave me a couple of big old horns, gorgeously sharp teeth, and claws made of ebony and love. My spike back and tail shine in the moonlight and against my own oxenhide complexion. I don't really eat, other animals.
Same girl.
Yeah, I really spend a lot of time eating cheese.
Okay.
Love me a good old barbecue, and I think I'd be in the middle of one of those with all my white bulldog pack. Everybody thinks I eat dogs and white bulldogs specifically. They followed me. I'm just good company.
Okay. So, given the fact that the Hodag is probably new to most, do you want to give some context as to why you were built in the Midwest rather than born or created?
Yeah, I would say the Eugene Shepherd in Rhineland, Wisconsin in 1893 made a Hodag out of like oxen parts, bull parts, giant bear, used ribs for claws, and like the rest of it was like wood framing, I think. But fully tricked everybody that there was this creature out there. So I'm assuming that like I was just a statue and like Pinocchio'd alive after it all happened.
Yeah, the belief made you real.
Yeah, believe me, real. And so I think one of my fun pieces is that I was a hoax, but I turned into a cryptid. And so I think I just have like a chill vibe, like had a big smile on display, was like slowly becoming sentient as I was like being displayed to places.
Amazing. I love the hoax aspect of it. Another example of what I think is like cryptid magic in this world setting. Kind of inexplainable. Like why did you Pinocchio? Either way, what are you doing, Mr. Hodag?
Oh, I think I'm stargazing. I just twist off my horn and I got a lens in there and I looked up and I happened to be looking at something kind of familiar. I'm pretty sure I know the
you definitely know one of the big 5, especially as such a I would say you're one of the lesser ranked cryptids at the conventions. And as we see the Mothman symbol in the sky, how about you give me a Hodag roll to see how you respond to it here?
Awesome. Yeah, I think I'm hanging out with my pack of white bulldogs and we're just shooting the shit, you know. Yeah. That's a 9.
Just shooting the shit with bulldogs. I'm sorry. It's such a good mental image for me.
You know, hey, there's nothing better than hanging out with a bunch of dogs. You ever need a little pick-me-up? Just go jump into a pile of white bulldogs. They'll lick you clean.
What the fuck?
You're like a giant,
Speaking out of my ass.
You're like a giant Frankenstein looking dog / lizard with claws, talons, and tusks, and you have a lot of dogs that are your buddies.
Yeah,
Cool.
that'd be me. I also like cheese.
Okay, awesome.
Like a cursed Cruella de Vil.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. What would you say is your receiver in this moment here?
I think the other horn.
Okay,
Nice.
cool.
Yeah, so I got one for looking and one for hearing.
One for looking, one for hearing. You feel a buzz in your horn at the same time as you look towards that symbol. And again, it acts just kind of as like a homing beacon. But sticking there with that buzz, we move over to, that's the Jersey Devil up next. Where do we find you? Is it Jersey?
Yeah. The Jersey Devil is, she's got like a big tree house in I don't know anything about Jersey, but the famous woods of New Jersey.
Yeah. Right behind Palisades Park. Palisades, yeah. Beautiful area.
Yeah.
Love that.
She has, she's got a beautiful tree house and she's been around for hundreds of years, but she's really hitting her stride this decade. She's got a little headphones on and she's flipping to the B-side of her Britney Spears CD. CDs didn't have B-sides. She's popping in a Britney Spears CD. She's got her little pen with a little fluffy ball on top, and she's writing in her diary about her day. Killed 2 deer today. They were very yummy, very delicious. And she's really tall. She's got these huge wings. And she's kind of like a really skinny horse on 2 legs. So she's got little hooves for hands. So she's like strapped the pen to her hoof. And then she's writing with her hoof.
I'm suddenly hearing this little clip clop, like a lady in heels. That she's been walking in those heels for way too long.
Yes, she's got a little, like a short little mini skirt on and like a little fluffy cardigan. And yeah, she's chilling out up top in her little treehouse.
Amazing.
With her CDs and her,
First, you notice something great in the sky. As at first it just looks like an extra beautiful sunset, and then again, your cryptid magic kind of pulls your gaze westward to Boren, Oregon. In terms of your receptor, is it a singular item? Is it part of this treehouse?
Yeah, I'm famous for my ear-piercing shrieks. Which is really just, I've been learning how to sing. So I think I love music. So I think I have like a little CD player that is also my receiver, and I've got the little antenna up ready to receive.
Absolutely fantastic. A new track comes on for a moment. Mothman, what do you think your theme song is? Just real quick, vocal stem, hit me.
Please hold. I'll get back to you when I can. Please hold. Also show up. I don't know. I've been up here for a while.
This track is bumping. Oh my God.
What a beat. That was chaotic and fun. Jersey Devil, you again, in this moment, we freeze there as you feel yourself receive a message, an extremely rare occurrence for both you, the Hodag, and you, the Jersey Devil.
Oh yeah, this horn never rings.
Never rings. But you've heard it might from other cryptids. And we last transition, but again, certainly not least, to the Bunyip. Bunyip, where do we find you in? Is it a billabong? Is it a swamp? There's so many waterways.
Picture this, Australia. 1999. There's a swamp, and
In Australia. Okay.
they have swamps there.
I believe it. I haven't been there. I don't know.
I'm there.
Yeah, are you there?
I'm there.
I'm
Yes, I'm
transported.
there. Who am I to say?
There's moss covering the surface, and lounging nay, floating across the screen is an 8-foot-long, what you can describe as a seal dog with a long neck and a pretty small head and a super shaggy, like, brown coat all over its back. Think like a sloth, but like way longer hair.
Got it.
And then it has the tail, a horse-like tail, and then it has full 5 fingers on each hand, and it's 4-legged. But we're on the back, kind of like an otter right now. Sunglasses on.
Ooh.
And then floating next to it is kind of like those tubes that carry the coolers and stuff. Yeah. The tube with the cooler and everything. And the Bunyip has cracked a cold one.
Yeah.
And is sipping a crisp beer. Awesome. It's me, the Bunyip. I'm just going through the swamps.
Oh my God. Bunyip, what do you think your receiver might be in this moment? As somehow, even down under, during the bright light of day, I would assume that's got to be not at the same time. You see the symbol of the Mothman in the sky, leading you to over the horizon, over the ocean. That's one big swamp out there.
Crikey. It's my time. And then slowly the Bunyip is gonna go under the surface and then travel through all the waterways to Boring, Oregon.
Wow.
Amazing. What do you feel vibrating or otherwise humming with some sort of frequency upon your person as the nearer and nearer you get, you start to hear the voices of other cryptids?
Oi! Out of my pocket, I pull a surfboard phone.
Truly just a dude, this guy.
Yeah. And I hold it up to my ear. It is full of water.
Shaking it out.
Through the splashing.
You just hear the.
I'm on my way.
Get here faster. Dun, dun, da, 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 da.
Surfer dude listening to elevator hold music.
Amazing. Is there any other notes, Jersey Devil, Bunyip, or the Hodag that you want to make for your travel towards Boring, Oregon? For you all feel this compulsion of cryptid magic. What do you think you would do in this moment? Hodag, Jersey Devil?
I would say a good goodbye to my pack, and I'd take my 7-foot long and 3-foot tall body and start walking real slow to Boring, Oregon.
Okay, cool.
Get here faster. I can only fly for so long.
Let's see. So we have cryptid magic. Let's do some DM magic with that one.
Yeah. Roll for
Well,
teleport.
everything on me is like detachable. I'm gonna attach wheels to my legs and and I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll. Roll.
So fun.
Why did Pinocchio never get an upgrade?
I know, right? Inspector Gadget. That's why
These
they
are
went.
the questions we
that's
should
fair.
be
That's
asking.
fair. Jersey Devil, how do you get to Boring, Oregon?
Yeah, the Jersey Devil is sitting in a treehouse and she gets her, the Mothman song comes over her CD and she says, the Big Five need me. It's finally my chance to prove myself. She clip-clops her way out the door into her Volkswagen Beetle. It's yellow and it has like a little flower in the cup, and she speeds all the way to Boring. She breaks every traffic law. She has wings, but she loves to drive her. She's a woman of the times.
Yes.
Loves a Volkswagen Beetle.
I imagine me like kind of like roller skating down the highway and just 125 mile per hour. Volkswagen.
Just
And you can hear Britney Spears.
I was just gonna say, blasting. Fantastic. And Yeti, I somehow just assume that you walk through the snow, trudge, and like you're just suddenly there. I feel like that's the best. Like the snow and winter passes, and suddenly the evergreens separate for you. Unless you have any other ideas of how you get there.
Nope, that's how it usually goes for me.
It's a fade in. It's a fade out, fade in.
One of my favorite things about Oregon, I used to work in Bend, Oregon, and when I would fly there and get on the tarmac, the air literally smells like pine, like it hits you in the face. And so I think, Yeti, you're like hit in the face with the smell of pine as the snowy passage opens up and you can see trees where there are not normally trees. I see Bigfoot and Yeti as like two sides of the same wild man coin, almost like a call from nature for you to enter from your side into this alien side for you, but still welcoming.
Smells like Bigfoot. He's close.
Oh, Bigfoot smells like pine needles. Amazing. And
Canon. It's canon.
that's the perfect point, I think, truly, to flash forward to Boren, Oregon, where we all find our cryptids truly having met. This group is tight-knit. You guys have had a couple of days of just like settling in and being like, oh shit, Bigfoot's fucking gone. What do we do? Some people pushed for like, well, let's wait, let's listen for him. No, his voice hasn't come. He didn't call you here. He didn't show up. A couple days pass and it's like, let's recon the place. We begin amidst the recon phase. So a little bit of structure. Let's just get a D6 roll and we'll go in pairs of twos, I think, for recon stuff.
Hey, what's up, Chupi? I haven't seen you in ages.
Hey,
Did you answer the last call from PETA?
every time they call, I answer.
Oh yeah, that last job we did, that was a doozy. 17 white bulldogs freed.
I have a suspicion I know who it was.
Got a 4.
I got a 4.
Awesome.
4 club.
You guys are tied and you're going to be buddies.
I got a 6.
Let's hear it.
I also got a 6.
Hell yeah.
Jersey.
I got a 5.
Awesome.
Man.
Love it. Jersey Devil and Mothman locking in. And of course, Chupi and Bunyip, no matter that you weren't perfectly in sync, maybe that's part of it. Let the dice decide.
Will they, won't they?
Classic pair, iconic duo. Everyone knows.
Everyone's shipping the Chupacabra and the Bunyip because they know specifically about both entities in full measure.
Finally, someone said it.
Well,
Yes.
I think Jersey Devil and Mothman, it is on you guys. We are going to assume that this is the dice telling us that you guys are the ones that kind of lead the charge on recon. So you have the Bigfoot Center, again, a sprawling 2-story log cabin that has become sprawling because of these massive add-on wings that are just like added on with more and more logs, just like a very squat 2-story museum with a north wing, an east wing, and a west wing. I leave it to you.
Jersey was it?
The Jersey Devil, yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's very nice to meet you, Mr. Moth.
Oh, yeah, I don't actually shake hands, but it's great to meet you. I've heard your singing from this coast, I'll tell you what.
Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you. I'm very loud. I've been working on my volume.
Yes, you've got the crescendo down, I'll tell you what.
Oh, thank you.
So,
Thank you.
you got wings. Do you use them?
Oh, yeah. I can fly very far, very high.
Oh, that's great. So I think being the ones with wings, maybe we go high.
Yeah, maybe we drop in from the ceiling.
Yeah, and by what I mean by
Bust
high,
our way in through the ventilation.
yeah, we go like up top. Yeah. I already smoked before I got here, so.
What does Mothman smoke?
What is Mothman? Bath salts.
No, it's crystal moth.
Crystal
Of course.
moth.
Yeah.
Well, whatever it is,
Killer.
it makes my eyes so red, and I always forget my eye drops.
the iconic red eyes of Mothman are not from prophetic or omen or ill-intended.
I'm just having a good time.
Having a great time.
He's got glowing stoned eyes.
Amazing.
So we'll go high and up top, and we'll go in through the vents, I guess.
Amazing plan. You guys are going to have to justify this with some skill rolls. I'm going to say a fully successful recon here is going to be a DC 10. A partially successful recon here is going to be a DC 7. And you guys can work to help one another if you guys want to hand it off. But the main thing is to be able to justify this with your skills. And you have Mothman and Jersey Devil too, but you might have some higher level skills you want to use.
And you're hoping for a skill that like gets us up and over, or just kind of any skill for this recon moment?
Well, it sounds like the plan is to fly and do some recon. So if you guys have any flight abilities, I forget what I gave you guys.
Yeah, I've got flight 3.
Okay.
Roll it.
Nice.
Amazing.
I was hoping to use foresight 3
Oh, cool.
as like, if Jersey leads the way, I could maybe get a vibe on like if there's any bad stuff going to happen in a certain place.
You want to help with this roll to the Jersey Devil and just add a flat +1, or do you want to make a roll and I might allow you to add a flat +2?
Ooh, I'm gonna help the Jersey Devil.
Okay, so just a flat +1 to the roll. And how do you think specifically your foresight kicks in to help the Jersey Devil?
With already having a bad vibe about Bigfoot, I'm hoping that since we're now like closer to the center, maybe that connection is stronger or there's some sort of direction. And with honing with the Jersey Devil and like knowing our plan, I'm hoping maybe like I would know if like maybe she's gonna hurt herself or something. I don't know.
Oh, awesome. So you're specifically kicking this in.
I'm always just trying to help.
Okay, cool. I love that. It's almost like as you speak with this newcomer, the Jersey Devil, who you may have heard bits and pieces of, but the Jersey Devil.
I've heard her scream, that's for sure.
For sure. Has
bits and pieces and that beautiful voice.
Mothman actually thinks it's a gorgeous voice.
He's actually obsessed, but he's just not letting on.
Oh my God. Like a major popular artist that's like has an indie artist that they are obsessed with. I love that. With that help, let's see it, Jersey Devil.
Okay, let's see.
3 6s.
3 6s. Is it 3 6s?
No, it was 1 6 and 2 3s. So I got a 12, and then I add
Killer.
1, so I've got 13.
Amazing.
Whoa, what a great number to start off with.
Yeah, seriously, amazing. And that is, I think, not only just a full success, but I think a success with style, we might call this. So Jersey Devil, take it away from there.
And the Jersey Devil has a lot of style. She lifts her little hoof in the air. They're painted glittery frosted pink.
Yes.
She lifts a hoof in the air, and she watches a lot of the Winx Club cartoon. So she does she like stretches out her leathery bat wings and kind of flutters up into the sky and does a little twirl. And then she like flies over the museum to like scout out the scene.
Just a beautiful Tinkerbell she is. Yeah, look at her fly.
It's absolutely
Isn't she
beautiful.
gorgeous?
Just gorgeous. Absolutely amazing. As you flutter and fly, I think there's something about the way that you're kind of like pushed and pulled with the wind that people really just look up, and they might, like, if they glance for any longer, be like, what the fuck is that bird?
I think I'm tripping.
It's Mothman, not Big Bird.
And I imagine like Mothman also, like, just your general ominous aura has like brought in some clouds and stuff, so that you have the Jersey Devil able to truly veer in and get a peek into the skylight. And I'll give you the details of all of the wings. You have the North Wing, which looks to be a serious academic and full of supposed bits of proof. You can't see details, but it's like bits of bone down below that likely say from this cryptid or that cryptid, probably Bigfoot. It's the Bigfoot Center. You, of course, have the West Wing and East Wings as well. The West Wing being much more touristy and silly and like very much. That describes it. It's the gimmicky place that.
Is that where the gift shop is?
No, the gift shop is actually right at the entrance on the south side of the museum. But lastly, the East Wing, it seems to be like a lot of recreations. You see dioramas. You see a statue of Bigfoot. I think with a roll low here, you might have immediately assumed that to be Bigfoot, but he's too small. It's like, it's a life-size statue for people that have never met Bigfoot. But it's a decent likeness.
For a second, she goes like, oh wait, oh no.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm suddenly imagining the Jersey Devil having Bigfoot like the one celebrity that she might have had a chance with at one time. Like,
she has a poster. Yeah, it's like right next to her like Justin Timberlake poster. It's like Bigfoot. Yeah.
Incredible.
Fantastic. So yeah, you catch these details, like I said, in some very sciencey North Wing, a very hoaxy, jokesy West Wing, and a very encounters/evidence-based East Wing. And lastly, of course, like I said, the South entrance/gift shop. But those are all details that you uncover. Is there anything other specific question-wise that you want to ask? Because I might give you more just based on what Jersey Devil specifically might be looking for.
Is there Mothman? Is there anything you might have sent me off to look for specifically?
Good question.
We had gotten like the news that they had like some relic, right?
Yes, there was an announcement, and you can even see, yes, as you fly past, there's a big billboard that says, new discovery, amazing artifact, gonna prove the existence of cryptids, cryptid technology, ?
Jersey, are you seeing anything that like looks like a display of some sort, or like, I don't know, like a big poster?
Yeah, it looks like they've got something they're very, very excited about. And I don't know if they think if they think it's real, it's probably in that East Wing with all the evidence and encounters.
Yeah, just leave it to humans to think they're on to something.
Excellent assumption, Jersey Devil. As you take a second glance, you do actually notice a display titled Bigfoot Communication Methods in the East Wing that says, like, it's got like a bucket of sticks, a number of sticks. You can't tell if like the talking stick is there from this distance, but the pieces all fit as you look at this. Excellent reconnaissance mission. I think we're going to bump the DC up to just a DC. No, we'll keep it the same. DC 10 for our next recon crew here. Yeti and Hodag.
I mean, you can call me Ho if you want, but I think the whole word really does not take too much time.
That's a fair point, Hodag. Mr. Hodag, where do you think you might find yourself? And same to you, Yeti. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves.
I think I go up to Yeti.
Oh, are you like Bigfoot's cousin?
I really hope not. No reason why.
So no relation at all. You seem like you might look like him a little bit.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, maybe we're just well matched. But fingers crossed for not related.
I'll cross those claws for you, and I think I'm gonna go in and use claws to try to unlock a wing that we haven't yet. And I'm gonna lean over the Yeti. I'm like, well, you look just like him. So if we get seen, just freeze, and I'll hide behind you, and they're just gonna think you're a Bigfoot replica.
Okay. Yeah, I'll sort of be muscle for this stretch of the mission.
You know what? I'm pretty sturdy. You could just swing me by the tail, and I bet we could get in here if you really wanted to.
Oh, could I use you as a battering ram? If the claws don't work, I've been trying to resort to violence second.
It's a good rule of thumb. We can all be a little bit more peaceful. I think even as cryptids, we represent a good culture of kindness and compassion.
Wow, that's beautiful. You seem like you have some leadership qualities. Have you ever thought about being on the Big Five?
I mean, this is the first time I've ever been called. I mainly work with PETA. We break animals that have been tested on out of cages, and we work really hard as a group to really save everybody that could be saved.
Oh, that's beautiful. So then, do you eat them after?
It really depends. I mean, I normally stick to the cheese, but we get hungry. That's just the way of things.
That's the circle of life.
Cue Lion King music.
These two are insane. Not to mention that this is just perfect that this matchup is literally like you could not battering ram and like look at me and be like, I'm not gonna hurt this other cryptid other than this thing that's like made of stuff
and wood. Yeah.
And you probably have like pieces you can change out to make yourself a better battering rabs.
Yeah, I think I do that after if that's the plan. I think I take off my horns and I turn them backwards like a backwards ball cap.
Amazing.
And then aerodynamics all the way down, and then I just pin my arms to the side and say, okay, whenever you're ready. I'm thick-headed, so it's really go for what you need.
Here goes nothing.
Okay, so let's specify the action before we roll.
Right, okay.
No, I love it. I love it. I love the energy. I always prefer.
What's not clear?
So it
Zooms in.
Zoom in.
Okay, the camera's here.
Yeah.
Just my stern face going like this.
It's a dolly zoom.
Dolly zoom. Okay, so it sounds like you want to know more about a specific wing of the museum. Is there? I'll allow this role to work, and we'll work out the role play however we need to. What wing of the museum do you think you two might be looking towards?
What's your favorite direction, Yeti?
Oh, definitely north. I've been sweating this whole time.
I think we could go in through the north, or just the adjacent to like the north and the east wing. Northeast. We can be nuanced in this.
That's fair. You can be nuanced in this.
We are going through the wall. Like I'm imagining going through the wall, so we could just make a door.
Yeah.
There's a door right next to us, but we go through the wall.
I love it's like recon mission. Blow hole through wall.
Yeah, we can rebuild
with it later.
You know, towards that point, I might make this, I think, a DC 12. Given,
sorry, y'all.
And to be clear, this is a DC 10 for success, DC 12 to do it without complications. So there is still obviously a possibility to this works out somehow. But you guys got to decide who wants to roll and who wants to help here. And what skill are you using?
I think Yeti should roll and I'd apply like a help.
Cool. Awesome. So +1 to you, Yeti. What skill do you think you're using to battering ram this museum wall?
So in my opinion, this is going to be Yeti.
Okay, cool. Awesome. DC 12 with 2d6. Can't wait.
Yeti's just Yetiing, man.
Just based on, I think my Yeti skill speaks to my natural size, brawn, and strength.
Amazing. Let's hear it.
Okay, 3 6s. Watch it. Here it comes.
Oh wait, no. Excuse me. No.
Oh, Yeti too.
Yeti, because you have Yeti 2, so that's gonna be 2d6 plus a flat 1, not a bonus
Plus
dice.
a flat 1. Okay, let me re-roll.
Yeah.
Let me re-roll. But it was. It was good.
Okay.
It was a 1, but it was also a 5 and a 6.
I trust you. I
Wait,
believe.
Be honest.
Pretend
So
right.
noble.
It's gonna be a fresh roll. A 6 and a 3 plus 1 is 10.
Oh my god, amazing. So you do successfully do this. There's a slight complication, which I think is the fact that you get in and out, but it's like, there's a hole. So people come to look at it and they're like, why is there a hole?
I imagine
We might have to do things about this.
I imagine we go through the wall and then the door just swings open slowly.
It was unlocked.
Yeah.
Fully unlocked.
As you guys kind of like, I imagine like slide and skitter along the hard museum floor, you pass a number of things that I will give you guys details of.
Another dolly shot.
You see a wall of plaster footprints labeled via locations, as well as like a map where it's got like a number of like sightings listed out. It seems very scientific, like almost how migration patterns are tracking Bigfoot's movements, as well as any other perceived quote unquote wild men. There's also a hair analysis station with microscope samples and a sign that claims several of these hairs are anomalous with the human shape. You're not really sure what that means, but like that's apparently scientific evidence. You also see a number of thermal camera recordings of just like shapes moving through the woods. There's also a bunch of photographs of really clear branches. Like they're, they like all of the stuff that is of Bigfoot quote is blurry, but they do pepper in like some really good nature shots just to make it seem as if there is some level of quality amongst the photographs.
These are some quality photos. I mean, they probably could have done a better job with the focus. I mean, portrait mode's a thing.
Not in 1999.
1999.
I'm ahead of my time. I'm a thinker.
That is very fair. I'm going to say that the complication here is going to entail another roll for it to not to go absolutely terribly. You've taken all of this information and now you have this big hole. You need to leave. This role is going to be if you can kind of pick up on the sounds of footsteps coming down from further down the museum. People are coming to investigate. Guards are coming.
Shit. Using our original plan, I'm going to have Yeti stand in front of the hole.
Amazing.
And I'm going to use hoax +3.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to trick whoever's coming around that door that there's no hole in the wall and Yeti is just part of the display.
Okay, turning this complication into something even wilder. Let's see the hoax 3 roll here. I'm going to say that this is another DC 12, DC 10 again for success, DC 12 to make it not further complicating and potentially ruining this heist.
If you've ever seen an iguana on marble floor, I imagine that's what it looks like me trying to turn around and then come back. And I'm like, Yeti. I have something to tell you. Could you stand right here? I think I hear somebody coming.
Oh yeah, sure.
It's the minimalism.
I stand and I melt. I sort of like shape my fur into the hole to block out any light that's coming through it.
Cool, awesome. And I think you stand in such a way as like you capture like one side diorama that you might look to be possibly a part of a scene and setting.
Grabs a branch.
Let's see that hoax roll.
Oh boy. That is an 8 total.
you have the option for an inspiration flashback if you want to.
This could remind me of one of my my heists that I did with PETA.
Okay, awesome. Give me a D6 roll, and I will read off what the nature of that job was.
That's a 3.
With a 3, that is, you were moving eggs or juveniles or vulnerable cryptids, exactly as you were saying. How did you know?
Nice.
However, something went wrong on that job, and angry mama cryptid showed up. So you were doing the right thing, but just by the nature of the deed, it comes along with, misunderstanding, miscommunication, and sudden physical violence. What did you do, or what other cryptid helped you in that moment out of that situation?
Ooh, I think it would. Can it be Bigfoot?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I think I'm just kind of chilling at one of my barbecues, and I get a call, and next thing you know, I'm in a van, and I'm headed in the dark to 2 a.m. into a facility that looks like it has got a lot of security.
Awesome.
Somebody's cutting barbed wires. First time I did the battering ram. This is not my first time around. We went through the wall, went in there, and all the eggs they were talking about us stealing were way bigger than I thought they were.
Okay.
And one was labeled El Ness. And I just wanted to...
That's so good.
I went up to the El Ness egg, I picked it up, and then everything started rumbling.
Yes, the day that you met Nessie, a very good friend of Bigfoot, you luckily had Bigfoot suddenly appear from nowhere. He's just suddenly there.
Yeah, my goodness, you're a big fella. Oh, and I almost dropped the...
Hey there, buddy. So what we're going to do with those, we're going to put those right down, and we're just going to go tell her about it because she'll handle it.
Who? Miss Ness?
Well, Miss Nessie, yes.
Oh, like Loch Ness.
Yes.
Here, I just expected your voice to be much deeper. You're Mr. Bigfoot?
You're right. I haven't been voice acting this entire second. He looks at you and says, "Consider me George Clooney and you're my Matt Damon. I'm bringing you on and you were making Bigfoot's 11.
That's funny. That's exactly how I picture myself. If there were an actor that played me in a movie, it would be Matt Damon.
I can see
needs
it.
A few more horns and spiky tails.
I can see it. Or Ben Affleck. They're practically the same.
I mean, any pretty much action movie hero that could be replaceable.
You and Bigfoot get along in that moment about movies, and I think what he prevents is, I imagine Nessie looming over you suddenly out of
flying in the sky.
Yeah, like we thought she was lake bound, but she's not.
He was just taking a bath.
just taking a bath.
Is that a big bird, Mothman, or
Lapras learned flight? She like hovers over you, about to drop upon you, and Bigfoot, intervenes, and you guys just talk about movies and all the ways that, what is a movie if not a hoax? And what are you if not a story that was told until it became real?
I'm like whispering in Yeti's ear, and that's the night I became a cinema buff.
I love film. I love film so much.
Cinematography, dolly shots, framing. It's my favorite.
I have 6 12-hour festivals I'd love if you could join me for.
Whoa. I call them movies.
They don't really go anywhere. I don't really understand why you call them movies, but...
Oh my God.
Sorry. That was bad.
That's a good one. You have this split reality moment of seeing Bigfoot respond as Yeti responds in the same moment as well. And somehow the response is bolstering enough that, yes, you are a story and you can tell whatever story you need to get out of the situation. Let's see if that hoax roll works out a little bit better this time.
And that's one more die? Or
that is one more D6 that you get to toss on top of that roll.
Top, okay. That is a 12.
Amazing.
And a 5 on the die. Yay, flashbacks. I'm a thinker.
You guys see a small, I think self-described mousy woman who she's got like a little bit of a brown bob, and she walks in and she's got a museum attire on, but she's very obviously like dressed it up for herself. She's got like the button down tied up into a little knot at her waist, and she's making this job her bitch as she's walking around and she's like kind of bopping, and even as she's coming to check out this massive explosion, she's like kind of in her head and her own imagination as she's like, I wonder if the Mothman made this. No, I bet it was the Wendigo. And she's just like, she makes a cryptid story up in her brain that is not accurate, but she like very clearly and accurately captures the spirit of the situation as you guys just watch hidden in the corner. Take it away.
I'm just picturing me hiding behind Yeti, just like trying not to, like just shaking, just like a lizard with it balancing on its tail.
Fully Monsters Inc. Yeah, you've gone full chameleon.
Oh, Monsters Inc. Yeah, that's what I'm picturing 100%.
Amazing. Your bits and pieces and Yeti, somehow you guys fit in this room to the point where you get to hear one last thing before you leave. She opens a journal as if like reminding herself of a thought. Oh, but I did hear that weird thing last night. And she documents in a journal that looks like as if she's written about like walking in the woods, trail 10:18 p.m. heard.
How did she spell that?
I don't know.
I'm looking over Yeti's shoulder with my horn binocular.
Cool. Awesome. And what you spot is specifically, I heard a weird sound in the museum that sounded like a cryptid. And then she describes it. It sounds like a Bigfoot sound, the way she writes it down. But this is a Bigfoot museum. She could have heard an audio recording. It's not confirmation, but it is a very good clue that you guys are on the right track and that the employees are not in on it, or at least not all of them.
Yeti, I hate eavesdropping, but I think that the employees here might have heard something suspicious last night.
Oh, well, you're great at eavesdropping.
Thank you.
So if it wasn't the employees, who put him down there?
I don't know. I think we have to
Wait for the next recon turn.
I think we can consider you guys safe and partially infiltrated. I kind of consider this recon infiltration, but we might be mixing these things up a little bit. You guys have gathered information. I leave it to you, Bunyip and Chupi. Is there anything that you guys want to do to gather or recon information as all the other cryptids currently are safe and sound, but have gained vital and crucial information? What do you guys do?
Bunyip, how do you feel about a gift shop?
Crikey, Chupi. Well, I like the gift shop. I was kind of thinking, what if we just got everyone out of there and then we locked them out and then we don't have to worry about them catching us?
I like the way you think.
All right, so I was thinking I can use my terrifying bellow that I'm known for. And then you can use your awesome leaping skills that when they run out to see my terrifying bellow, you can leap in and lock the door.
I love it. Open and shut.
Perfect.
You know what? I'm going to say that this is 2 rolls and dual helping. So you guys are both going to take +1 to this, but you guys are going to need to both roll and hit a DC apiece. So given that this is a timed thing, Bunyip, your roll is almost a little bit more important here. For if you fail, then you make Chupi's roll even harder. Bunyip, if you fail your roll, which is going to be DC, I'll say DC 9. If you fail this roll, that will increase Chupi's DC by 2. Same DC for you, Chupi, but it could be an 11 should Bunyip fail.
And I get the +1.
Yes,
right?
yes, you do. And it sounds like you're going for your terrifying roar.
I can't wait to hear these bellows.
Cool.
I can't wait to hear how they do it in Australia.
Down under.
Oh no.
Before we get going, Chupi, I gotta be honest, I really like the hairless look that you got going on.
Thank you. You know, a lot of people think, it's some disease or something, but really it's just like how I like to be groomed, It's a fresh cut.
Oh, maybe you can give me a cut because my hair's getting really shaggy. Anyway, I gotta get on with this, but we'll talk in a minute.
I'm also just realizing that you guys all ended up like one gal and one DiceSized.
And one big 5 and one not big 5.
What the fuck is
I know,
this?
it's like the
Literally
Dice Christ
perfect.
is listening to us.
Dice tell the story.
Bunyip, let's see it.
I got a 9.
Oh!
yeah.
There is more than just a singular employee. Several people come out. You see 4 individuals come out. 2 very midtown New York tech bro looking dudes wearing like Patagonia vests and button downs. Those dudes seem the most uncomfortable. There's also, she says her name. My name's Polly Angel as she runs out. What was that? I want to know. I'm cryptids. I love cryptids. Tell me about it.
Self-announces as she leaves.
This is the brown bob lady.
Yeah. So she's like, oh, another one. I just heard you in the North Wing. I know you were there.
I need to know what it sounded like.
Yes. Bunyip, please describe what did this roar sound like as you see all these people rush
Let's
out.
hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like this.
Don't hold back.
I think Chupi like is looking wide-eyed before you start and just is looking at you ready for you to do it, and then you do it and Chupi's like, like excited and also terrified all at once.
Don't get scared.
I don't know if we got that the first time. Can we hear it again?
Oh yeah.
With a little bit of reverb.
It's like one of those sticks where you
Yes.
Like a didgeridoo.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, perfect.
It was totally giving didgeridoo. I'm not just saying.
I didn't bring my didgeridoo today, so I had to become one.
Oh, so you didgeridoo didn't. I see.
That was beautiful.
Now I know what to get you for Christmas.
I can't add didgeridoo to the list. I have too many things.
You're gonna get a didgeridoo and a catheter for Christmas.
What more could a girl want?
Yeah.
A razor flip phone.
Fuck yeah.
It's like, I actually really want one.
Absolutely incredible. What a roar. You do get 2 more people. I originally said 4, but it is actually 5 people. We've got Polly Angel that pops out, 2 tech bros. So that's 3 there. You also got another, like, a real young looking kid. In my mind, he looks like teenage Brendan Lee Mulligan.
You should give old Evan Klemp. Or
Yeah.
Evan Klemp is there. This is not the first time we've put Brendan Lee Mulligan in one of our one shots.
Trust me, I listened to that one and I laughed my ass off so hard. Oh God, I'm gonna get so sidetracked if I talk about it. God, amazing. Back to it. You have, like I said, this younger gentleman running out amongst the group. You also get his name, I say, as Polly looks to him and says, Bilbo. Do you think it was the cryptids that we've always wanted to come find us? And Bilbo says, Polly, I'm honestly not about that. I'm just, I gotta go back to work. And he realizing that it's nothing. He seems like a 50-year-old man with the amount of energy upon his shoulders as he doesn't entertain Polly's joyous, fun question and looks towards the 2 tech dudes and walks back into the museum as if like, gotta go do work so that these 2 people like me. And you can see that they kind of both like give him the briefest smile and then look at each other like, fuck this. We're so lucky we have this little fucking idiot.
So we have like an early Bilbo before adventure and all that.
He's a tech Bilbo.
Okay.
You can see that these tech bros might be using him for his tech skills.
He's a crypto Bilbo.
Perhaps.
Crypto Baggins.
Perhaps.
Baggins. Oh my god. Hey, you guys talk about NFTs and
And
again, 1999.
Right.
You do hear you do hear as the younger gentleman Bilbo is going in, the 2 tech bros look to one another and say, Bilbo Baggins? More like Bilbo Beggins. He's begging to be our friend, bro. He's so lame. And they high five.
Mothman's like, I want to be their friend. Those guys seem really cool.
Do we like
These guys.
Hey, Yeti, you hear a lot of annoying people outside?
You do.
Yeah.
And truly one last one, the last of the 5 is a man in a lion skin lab coat.
Oh, what does that look like?
It's like a lab coat, but lion skin.
Like, does it still have like the
furry?
mane?
Yeah, it's still got the fur. Like he could put the hood up, and
And it would be a lion.
Yeah, it's just the thing that Hercules wears after he beats his child.
Gotcha. Yep.
It's giving 12 labor.
This guy seems to be a labor unto himself, though. He immediately starts yelling. He's one of those people whose voice is so bassy and loud that the words almost hit your brain second after the sound. As he what's his name from Tarzan? the hunter.
Oh yeah,
Clayton.
Clayton. Yes, it's full.
Is that right?
Yes, yes, yeah, yeah.
That's so
yeah.
dead.
Oh, so
That was amazing.
You win. Pack it up.
We can hang up.
Just right there.
Like I said, the gals are the
Great
best of the
session,
best.
everybody.
We're all set. Yeah, that's all
we
we
did
need.
it. We did it, everybody.
Everything over here.
But absolute Clayton vibes, as this guy almost seems to be like on the edge of like ecstasy, thinking that a cryptid might be out there to hunt, and he's like trying to roar back in intimidation, thinking that like it will come and fight him. So lots of personality types in this museum. You have in some Polly Angel, a person who seems to be into cosplay of cryptids. Bilbo Baggins a young boy who's very good at tech, perhaps crypto, and 2 tech bros who seem to be really using them. That I'll just tell you their names. They're the Zoot dudes.
The Zoot dudes?
The Zoot dudes.
Absolutely zooted.
Yeah. So
And lastly, you do hear someone refer to the man in the lion skin lab coat as Dr. Maybe.
Dr. Maybe. Okay. So Dr. Maybe and Crypto Baggins invented crypto in 1999.
Well, technically it was invented in 2008 by a man named Satoshi Nakamoto.
All right.
No, he stole it.
The only crypto is cryptid.
Yeah.
Bad.
Can I
I'm so sorry, Chupacabra. I'm so sorry.
So I can go?
Yes. Chupi, let's do this. You need a successful loop roll of a DC 9, but given the fact that Bunyip was successful, that's all you got to do.
Cool.
Just a
I'm
9.
using Chupacabra 2 to use my inherent leapy skills.
Okay, cool. You also have a +1 to this due to the base help.
I rolled a 7 + 1 is an 8.
Ooh.
Flashback. Here we go.
Time for the flashback. Give me a D6 roll.
2.
With a 2, that is going to be planting evidence, fake evidence, to discredit real sightings. The evidence was unfortunately treated as real.
I think I might have made my way over to the Midwest one of these winters, and I accidentally mistook a white bulldog for a goat.
Okay.
And then I decided to leave that white bulldog somewhere, hoping that they would blame it on me, but I think they ended up blaming it on someone else here.
It was you. No, you
But
accidentally.
I didn't eat them, so I'm still a vegetarian.
You killed Jefferson. Jefferson. That's a goat name. Excuse me, a white bulldog.
White bulldog named Jefferson that was found in the Oneida County Fair. And the dead center of the fair.
Deep cut.
All the kids, they were really terrified. I don't mind that you set me up with infamy, but you at least could have told me, Chupi.
Well, I thought it would really throw them off because, the Chupacabra isn't in the Midwest.
It threw them off.
Well-
it threw them off. It threw them right on top of me.
Sorry, buddy. Not enough cheese in the world. I'll get you some goat cheese.
Ooh, even.
So it seems that the Chupacabra has had a run-in with the Hodag of the Midwest beforehand. In this moment, as you think about a time where you really let down a fellow cryptid, you cannot let down a fellow cryptid now. How do you think you got out of that situation?
I called PETA.
Yeah, that's actually how we got set up. I
vouched for a Hodag.
Amazing.
It's always good to have a good reference.
Okay, so that's how that worked. Does it work this way in this instance, or do you think you just leap a little further?
I think, I'm seeing my Hodag friend and I'm recalling on this instance and I'm just feeling guilty and also the onus of needing to succeed.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
need to leap a leap like no one's ever leapt.
You're one of the big five. You can't let another cryptid think that the big five aren't going to look out for their own.
No.
And in this moment, let's see if you do.
And honestly, the lion code is pissing me right off.
Yeah.
That's not vegetarian behavior. That's a 6.
Nice.
So my total would be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Yay.
Boom.
Are we like leaping inside, do you think?
Yeah, you're leaping inside.
And you're staying out here?
Don't worry. I'll go through the sewer system.
Just wanted to make sure I wasn't leaving you behind.
No, I got a plan.
absolutely amazing as you leap into what sounds like the south entrance.
No, I'm going to leap straight up to the top of the building and go in through the skylight.
Oh, okay, cool. What area of the museum are you looking for?
Well, where's the skylight? Everywhere?
There's an area, there's a skylight per wing for sure.
I'm going to go the touristy, silly west wing.
Okay, give me a D6 roll here, because given the fact that this is a little bit more timely, I gave a lot of detail before. I might limit the information I give you here.
I got a 3.
Okay, with a 3, I'm going to see what randomly you might have gotten a peek at as you just get a close look.
I do love a peek.
With a 3, a display titled Famous Frauds showing fake footprints and carved wooden idols. One clearly mislabeled because it's labeled as Bigfoot, but it's definitely Yeti's footprint.
They got a mix up. They think they know everything.
But it's in the famous fraud section, so it's literally a real cryptid footprint, just of a different cryptid, plastered in snow, and they think it's fake.
Oh, we can't let Yeti find out they think they're a fraud.
But before you pass, Chupi, I'll give you a choice here. Do you want to do one more D6 roll, or I'll give you all the information of this room if you're willing to risk being found? To fully see the room, you might have to dip in and under the skylight, making yourself a little vulnerable.
And there's still people left inside?
I think it's just the amount of time, as everyone's returning to the building, you have a choice of one more detail, random, or I'll give you everything, but it'll be another skill check to get out of
Let's
this.
risk it, huh?
I will give you everything then. All the detail of the hoax and jokes wing. You have, outside of just that famous frauds display, a collection of terrible Bigfoot costumes donated by hoaxers. One suit is made of patchwork fur, and you notice some of the fur looks too real. That suit specifically, and then you see that this is a display from Dr. Maybe specifically. It's got his name on a plaque.
Oh, yeah.
And these are real animals that were just stitched together to look like Bigfoot.
Hey, I know how that goes.
Yes, you do. You do, Hodag.
You hear from down the hall.
But it looks like
relatable.
It's kind of like a passion project for this guy. It's a little grotesque. These Bigfoot costumes. The other ones are fine, but that one specifically is gross. Next up, you have a shelf of Bigfoot merchandise, prototypes including mugs, plush toys, and a talking doll.
There's definitely Beanie Babies. Beanie Babies of different cryptids.
For sure. Lastly, and most importantly, you see 2 last displays. One is a display case labeled replica artifacts. And I think with your fantastic roll here, you notice that they are not the talking stick. They're all way too magical. You'd find them in a cosplay store, drawn with magic runes and stuff. You see several of them might have been actually cosplay things made by Polly, tossed into the bucket to, fill out the stuff. Lastly, and most importantly, there's a TV that plays a Bigfoot documentary on loop, just little clips that as you near, the volume increases and increases and increases. And it's very motion driven. You're there long enough where you take a step towards and it starts to blare uncomfortably loud. What do you do as it starts to blare the closer you get?
I take my collar off.
Okay,
and
interesting.
I throw it farther away.
Interesting. That doesn't seem to change anything, but
Then I go get my collar and I put it back on because I can't risk not hearing from my friend.
Also like an iguana in a hallway.
But I will say, I think as you put that collar back on, you do feel like a snap of frequency, but not in relation to the TV. It just seems like another signal that you might be near where Bigfoot was or is. But yeah, I think that's the information that I'll give you before you go for a roll.
Okay, I'm going to use my night vision roll. Ooh. And instead of night vision, I'm just going to use it as good vision. 2020, baby.
Okay, cool. Yes.
1999 who?
Yes. Cracks into a carrot.
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to say that this is the perfect time of day. Sun has fallen, so the lights in the museum aren't on. And the museum wing is actually dark. It's the time of day where lights need to be flicked on and nobody's there to do it. So you using your night vision, give me that roll here to see any other details you might capture. That is going to be, we'll say a DC 12.
Okay. That's a 10.
Unfortunately, not enough to know exactly what's behind that door, but I think with a 10, it's close enough for a partial success that something is.
I'm going to point Bunyip in this direction when they eventually bubble up out of the sewers. In Bunyip, we trust.
Yeah, I think there is a good point to transition to our infiltration.
And we leave our crew of cryptid companions there, with intel gathered and the final steps of their infiltration plan set to take place. Next time on A Cryptid Crimes Caper. DiceSized is produced and designed by Robert Whitehead, and A Cryptid Crimes Caper was brought to life by G as the Hodag, aka Hotdog, Maya as the Mothman, Sav as the Chupacabra, aka Chupi, Olivia Rose-McCain as the Bunyip, Lilly Percifield as the Yeti, aka hopefully not Bigfoot's cousin, Campbell Duffy as the Jersey Devil, and of course, Robert Whitehead as their Roll for Shoes GM, with original music and score by Madly Musical Mind. Like the show, get in the comments, drop a 5-star review, and tell a friend about us, so we can keep making bite-sized, dice-rolled, twice-told stories.